Hey guys, Zerkaa here and welcome back to my career mode series. We start off this episode on transfer deadline day, the busiest day of the season, and today is a day that we will find out if we manage to sign Nathan Ake from Chelsea or not. And straight away we have our next bid rejected, which was 425,000. So I then bumped up my bid to 450,000 for him, and this whole saga has just been ridiculous. They wanted only like 150,000 for him, and we're now up into the 400s. Tottenham also rejected my offer for Adam Smith to come back to me. So I tried to change it to a loan instead of buying him. Just tried to extend his loan to the end of the season. And we also then got an offer for John Marquise. He doesn't really play for us. I featured him in our FA Cup match against Port Vale, so I thought it'd be worth letting him go out on loan to Aldershot on a short-term loan to see if he actually improves a bit, and there's just confirmation of that. And once more, my bid for Ake was rejected again from Chelsea. That's a 450,000 bid, and I think at this point I was just so frustrated that they just won't accept my bid, so I just bumped up to 500,000. We only got, if that transfer actually gets accepted, I only have £76,000 left in my transfer budget. So I'm kind of skinting myself by trying to buy him here. So he better be a good player. And Tottenham rejected my loan offer for Adam Smith, so I changed it to a short loan instead of the end of the season. So probably like a 3-month loan opposed to a end of season loan. And again, my bid for Ake was rejected, so I then bumped up to 530,000. Now, I don't know why I even continued to pursue Ake here, because they was obviously adamant they weren't going to sell him, and I just kept adding on like 20-30,000 increments every time in a hope that they might just accept it and that might change their mind. So I bumped up to 570,000 this time, and I'm literally skinting myself now. And once more, Tottenham rejected my loan offer for Smith, so I just decided to give up on chasing Smith completely. And as you saw there, Toby Alabi has gone on loan to Barnet, and once more, my bid for Ake was rejected, and now I only have 6,000 more I can add to this actual transfer offer. So it's exactly what I did. I changed my offer from 570 to 576,000. Now I don't know why £6,000 was going to change their mind, but I decided that's what I was going to do. And as you can see there, the transfer deadline passed, and I didn't actually manage to get him. So that's a shame. And but it's also good because I don't think it would have been worthwhile me skinting myself, because it probably would have been bad in the long run. You saw that I got an offer from, I think her name's Anzi Makachkala. I knew I'd get an offer from them. Just one team that I just have no idea how to say. I gave it a go there, and you can see that we're now 11th in the table. We've made good progress. We was 20th earlier in the season, and we've now moved up into the top half of the league. And that's always a positive. I think our objective on the board is to finish mid-table, and I think my objective in itself is for me to finish mid-table this season and to get enough players that have a lot of potential for next season, so I can maybe make a push for promotion next season. Because I don't think if I went up this season I'll be ready to fight in the Premiership. And we go into a game against Derby. As you saw there, Piazon had a chance, but he skied it over. Akio had a nice turn there and had a shot saved. And we had a lot of chances in the first half, and it's a game that I was definitely dominating. But unfortunately, in the 57th minute, Salmon leaped like a salmon and got up and headed the corner in to put them 1-0 ahead. And from this point on, as soon as they had scored, you could tell the game was going to go one way. And they had a shot saved there, and for some reason I did the same thing again. I just kicked the ball straight into their player, and Spies had an absolute nightmare. He hasn't been a good start really since he signed for us. I think he's conceded 2 goals in both of the games he's actually started for us. But I guess that's not really his fault, that was my fault. And we didn't really have many chances in the second half, and we had this last chance in the 90th minute, and the goalkeeper nearly walked it into the goal. But we lost that game 2-0, and we moved into our next game against Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace are one of Millwall's main rivals, so it's a game I definitely wanted to win. But we started terribly. Glenn Murray's managed to score in the 12th minute to put Crystal Palace 1-0 ahead. And that is definitely not the start that we wanted in this game. As I've always said on FIFA 13, that if you want to win, you generally have to score the first goal, and the game kind of favours you from there onwards. But luckily, in the 44th minute, we managed to equalise with a nice strike from Mollison in the bottom right corner. And we move into the second half around the 70th minute, and Bittencourt has a shot, and that is saved against the post. We then move on to a Crystal Palace corner, and the first player nods it on, and a guy comes in through the back and dive and headers it in. His ball was like 2 inches off the ground, and he dive and headers it in. And that put them 2-1 up in the 86th minute, and that is definitely not what we wanted. And unfortunately, I couldn't actually find a way back into the game to equalise. And we lost that game 2-1, so that's 2 losses in a row. And especially when we just moved into the top half, we was looking quite good. And we've lost 2 games in a row. I think that's Spires conceding 6 goals in 3 games as well. So that isn't the start that we wanted for Spires. I was hoping that he would make a considerable improvement to our defensive record compared to Taylor, but that's proven to be not the case so far. We jump into our next game against Blackburn. And this is a game I was worried about because they've just been relegated from the Premiership this season. And luckily, we managed to get a goal in the 8th minute. Lucas Piazon scoring his first goal for Millwall. and you'll see in this game exactly what a difference scoring the first goal early on makes. And so that's that quick goal there, just nice finish into the bottom right corner. And in the 27th minute, Lucas Piazon turns and shoots and manages to creep the ball into that corner. I don't know how that happened. It was kind of just like a hit and hope. It looked like I had no other options. So I thought I turned around, had no other options. I thought I'll just shoot. And luckily, that creeped into the bottom corner. And that's 2-0 up, and that's Piazon scoring 2 goals. In the 45th minute, Bittencourt then runs down the wing, and he kind of knocks it into the penalty box, and Keogh is there to header it into the bottom corner to make it 3-0 in the first half. And this game looked like it was going to be a whitewash, but obviously we get into the second half after half time, and kind of our momentum had kind of faded off, and we didn't really have any chance in the second half. It was just kind of a game that was based all around the middle, and nothing was really going on. So that finished 3-0. And that is the end of today's episode. It was kind of short, I know, I'm sorry. But if you enjoyed the episode, then please leave a like. If you have any comments or feedback to give, then please leave a comment. And I shall see you guys in the next episode tomorrow. Goodbye.